I want to bring in former FBI Special Agent and NewsNation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Coffindaffer. It's a tough case. Jennifer, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Natasha.
So we know the prosecutor is seeking the death penalty, coming out of the most recent court hearing saying that his goal is to, quote, have this man executed. Is that sort of brash talk unusual at the head of a case? Do you think that's the right call?
Well, I do think it's the right call, and I think it's the right call because this is an unusual case. This father shot all three of his children, and he shot them, as you mentioned, execution style in the head. It's just tragic. These are a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 7-year-old. One was running away from him that he tracked down and shot in the back and then in the head. These are egregious circumstances, and that is why they are seeking the death penalty.
Yeah, and he is alleged to have done this, but I do want to ask you, police say that Chad Doerman confessed to the murders. He cried in court, but then pled not guilty. Explain this to me. I don't understand this.
Well, this happens often. People will confess. We know that he planned this, again, allegedly. And if indeed he did do these crimes and they are proven, which, again, the information is overwhelming factually, and he did confess, why they plead not guilty in court is really a matter of routine. He is going to be afforded time to meet with his counsel and to move on to make sure his rights are, protected in the criminal justice system. So this is actually quite routine and expected.
Do we know anything about the stepdaughter who managed to escape the house? Is she going to be a witness in all of this? Do we know what she saw inside before she left the home?
I would anticipate that if this were to go to trial, she will certainly be a witness, and a very crucial witness. It would seem she actually saw what was happening. By her words, she's expressed that my father's killing everyone.
Yeah. So, Jennifer, if Dorman is convicted and sentenced to death, we know the last person executed in Ohio was 5 years ago, and the governor publicly opposes it. The execution drugs have also become scarce. Even if he is convicted, is it likely he will just remain on death row for many, many, many years to come?
Yes, I would look for that to happen unless he says, listen, I don't want any appeals. I'm waiving my rights to all of that. That could happen in this case. It would seem he had not only this planned out, but he also had planned out his decision to call 911, to stand there and wait for police to arrive. So perhaps he's also planned out, knowing he would probably face the death penalty, these actions that we're going to see come in the future.
And I know this is just beginning, and we'll keep tracking this case with you. Incredibly disturbing, but we appreciate it, Jennifer. Before you go, I do want to ask you about a trial that's already underway. Actor Kevin Spacey, his sexual assault trial, he is facing 12 charges in the UK now. And during the almost 60-minute opening statement on Friday, Spacey, he nodded along. He had eye contact with the jury. What are you making so far in this case? What do you make of his demeanor?
Well, his demeanor is very good. Again, he is an actor, and he's certainly acting the role that he needs to, having that eye contact with the jury and trying to establish some silent rapport with them, if you will. This case is going to definitely come down to a he said, he said. These allegations are very specific. And I believe that if these witnesses can bring forward corroborative information, perhaps that they told somebody about what happened, as well as other information to show they were there at that time, this could be a strong case. It's going to come down to, Natasha, what the jury believes.
Yeah, Jennifer Coffindaffer.
In terms of Kevin versus the witnesses.
I completely understand you and always appreciate your time. Jennifer Coffindaffer, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.